Hi, I'm Scott with Starkey Family, Fixing and Rigging Up. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button. But as you see tonight, we are going to be loading at nighttime. Now, what I'm picking up is a load of salt in bags that's going to be going to drilling rigs. So here we go. It's always fun getting loaded at nighttime. It's even more fun to tarp and strap, but that's okay. I used to drive a forklift also, and it's fun to do that also at nighttime. That's good. Okay, so the plan is I'm going to get 15 pallets. So just like the other things that you've seen me haul before that are in bags, these right here, I am going to put the 15th one, or the odd one, in the center of the trailer. Around that will all be side by side. Yes, I'm sure you're seeing the water. Don't be alarmed by that. These bags of salt, as you see, they're pretty large bags. They're waterproof and they're encased in plastic. So these can actually be left outside. Unfortunately, I still have to tarp them though. I know. Anyone that doesn't understand, anyone that does flatbedding, we're going to have to tarp metal that is covered in mud at times. We're going to have to tarp metal that is covered in rust. We're going to have to tarp any type of equipment you can think of, even bags of salt that have been rained on. And that's just the way it goes. This guy here, he seemed really nice to talk to. I was actually supposed to pick this load up in the morning, but he asked me if I wanted to load tonight, so here we are. From what he told me, these bags of salt are actually going to be used for oiling rigs. I'm not sure exactly how they do that, but he said basically without the salt, the pipes that they shove in the ground, well, the dirt will actually stick into them. And he said that the salt actually helps to loosen everything up. So anybody that's out there watching that actually understands the process, if you want to leave some comments about it, be my guest. And if you do hear that, yeah, this is a pretty cool guy. He's got music playing in his forklift and his rock, which is always a plus. It's actually a pretty nice night. Not too hot, not too cold. It's not raining. Yeah, today I'm actually, let's see here. I had to drive from North Carolina up here to Virginia to actually get this. So I had a little bit of a drive today. Okay, that should be the front half taken care of now, I think. I wasn't paying attention. Nope, he's got a little bit more to go. Now, if anyone does any flatbedding and you show up to a company and they offer to go ahead and load you at nighttime, I suggest doing it unless you're like really burned out, tired. So basically, I'm not going to get dirty or anything on this. I stopped off, got me a shower before I came up here, planning to park here overnight. But now, first thing in the morning, I can get up a little after 7 a.m. and just roll on and have a nice peaceful day. Well, the way this guy's going with everything, he's doing pretty good. So we're at close to 8 minutes now, and he's got about half the trailer taken care of. So that's pretty good. So that means that he should have the trailer taken care of. I'd say about 12-13 minutes, which is pretty good. And then it'll take me about 10 minutes to tarp everything. Whereas if I would come in here in the morning, then you never know. There could be a driver ahead of me, there could be someone not wanting to work, trying to wake up, who knows. Needless to say, this is one way to save time if you're able to. This whole entire deal here might just cost me maybe about half an hour, 45 minutes at the very most tonight. Whereas in the morning, it could cost me an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, you never know. This guy's doing great. I wish when I go to companies, they would always be like this on the lift drivers. I'll tell you what, some of them, I don't even know how they keep their jobs. Some of them try and just cannot drive, and then some of them just, they don't try. Then you get the ones like this that, look at him, he's doing a great job.
When there was once deforestation and poor agricultural practices, there are now thriving microenvironments we call forest gardens. These have more than 50 species of trees and dozens of shrubs, fruits, and vegetables. Through Trees for the Future's forest garden approach, thousands of farming families have successfully brought their land back to life. A sustainable solution.
And if you heard that, that was a commercial on the radio. Now, one thing about tonight, when I came up here, it actually was calling for rain up here tonight, so if I would have waited in the morning, I might be doing this out in the rain. So you got to think about that also. I like it when people take pride in their work because it makes it easier on me also. I don't care taking a little bit longer. This guy has it slammed into the trailer. He's made sure the pallets are on there straight. Everything like that just makes my job a lot easier, makes his job a lot easier. I wish more people would pay attention to what they're doing. So right now we're down to, I believe, the last 2 pallets on here. Okay, here he comes with the last pallet. And I'll tell you what, that's pretty good. 15 minutes to load the whole trailer. And as you see, he's been pretty well consistent on everything. Can't ask for much more than that. I guess I'm not very good at counting. I just realized he's got 2 more pallets. That's okay. I screw up sometimes. That's fine. Okay, now he's going after the last pallet. So what's going to happen is he's bringing that last pallet over here. Then after that, I'm going to go inside and get the paperwork from him. And then I will come back out here and finish strapping and tarping this load. There's numbers on these bags, so I'm not sure if he's having to scan them or do something with them like that. I don't know. Okay, here he comes. Okay, so we're at about 18 minutes. So, don't matter, still good. Okay, so I went inside, got the paperwork. So now it's time to come back out here and, well, tarp and strap. Okay, so I went down through, I've got all my straps lined up for the bags to where I want them at. The reason being is this particular load here, the way that I'm going to do the tarp on it, I'm actually going to put the tarp on first and then throw the straps on over top of the tarp, just because it'll work out a lot better with this type of load. Okay, here I am on top of the load, and I just got the tarp rolled out. So now I'm just throwing the sides over right now. Okay. This is one of those situations where I've got a tarp that covers the whole entire top of the load, but then on the front here, I've got this open. So what am I gonna do? Do I really want to drag out another tarp that is just as long as the entire load to cover this? No. If you haven't already, this is an investment, and it's very cheap. This tarp here is 7 feet long. That's it. That's all I needed. It didn't cost very much. basically all I'm going to do is I will actually apply that small tarp over this front section, and it's going to come back to cover, you know, just the top of this bag. Basically what it's going to do is deter the wind from going up and underneath the tarp and blowing my tarp backwards and ripping it. So this small tarp here will cover the front section. The next section, which is the larger one, is overlapping underneath, so it works out great. So keep in mind, if you haven't already and you're new to flatbedding, you need to pick one up. This will save your life several times over. I'll tell you what, years of aggravation. Yeah, tarping's not the funnest thing to do in the world anyways, but that's the way it goes. Okay, so here's what that tarp looks like. Comes down to the floor, as you can see. And it's covering just the very back of the top of the front stacks. And as you see, I've got my long tarp here. So the wind will travel over the top of this, and there will be no conflict. So just remember, this is something that you need to put on your list of things to buy. Okay, here's the side view of that tarp, a little bit better. I've got my light out, as you can see. So this right here is coming back, just covering the front of it to deflect the wind. Okay, now to roll the tarps up and strap it. Okay, so I've got the tarp on now. I got both sides rolled up. So now all I've got to do is to throw the straps over top. Okay, I've got the salt on there, I've got the tarps on there, I've got the straps on there, everything's taken care of. So it's time to get out here now. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And don't forget, I have another YouTube channel called Starkey Family Gaming and Fun. So check that out if you get a chance. But I appreciate everyone watching my videos. And I'm going to keep them rolling. Thank you very much. Good night.